It's no secret that everyone has their cross to bear in life. Some people battle addictions and other problems and mental illness, and it seems to me that the problem that I have been tasked to face is transmission leaks. Every vehicle I own with an automatic transmission, I just can't get them to stop to leak. And that finally bit me when I let the El Camino or the GMC Caballero go just a little bit too long, and first gear decided that it just didn't want to participate anymore. It wanted to go to its safe space or whatever. So, being a 293 gear, leaving in second gear isn't very practical. So, my dad and I went on Craigslist. Look at it basking there in its glory. For a good $200, came with the stand. I would have paid 50 cents maybe for the stand. It's painted Pontiac blue, so you know it's good. We got a nice turbo 203 speed. I just slapped some new seals from the O'Reilly's in it. Put a little bit of RTV on the dipstick tube. I'm gonna pull the Caballero in here. It's a nice 20-something degrees outside, so it's a good day to be working in the shop. Gonna pull that in here and get her done.
Turns out the battery's dead in that, so I brought the Camaro over here with my Harbor Freight special jumper table. Listen to the chops. Nice. Whoop. Not quite. Cylinders, but almost as much chop. I respect the 4.3, let me tell you. Also, I had this thing sitting here, set it at a kind of a downhill. That way, moisture ran out of the bed instead of puddling those front corners, because this is known to leak. Well, I made it about this far, and well, you know how it goes, and then once you get the truck, pull it out, and it's running funny, but it sounds badass. Huh. Okay. So now I'm gonna hook it up and yank it out, hopefully by myself, I don't know. Second gear action, let's get her. Since the car ran for a good while, the exhaust is probably piping hot now. So I really don't want to be under the car. Flipped air cleaner lid, more power. I really don't want to be under the car right now. So I'm going to take this opportunity to use this $7 snap-on transfer pump to drain the fluid out of the transmission, because I know at some point I'll spill it on the ground, or there might not even be anything left in it. We'll have to see. Now that I'm in here outside of the wind, I'll tell you the actual situation that happened with this thing. So it was leaking pretty bad, and I was driving it for most of the first semester of school, and it was leaking, but I just kept filling it and filling it and filling it. And finally, my dad bought me the gasket, just kind of as like a hint that I needed to fix it. And I put the gasket in, and at this point it still had all the gears, okay? I put the gasket in, finally got to stop leaking, and then the first time I test drove it, no first gear. And at first I thought it was just gutless, because I've been used to driving the Camaro, and I'm like, maybe it's just that gutless, but no, I wouldn't even do a burnout. So I knew then that it was in second gear. And the worst part of all this is, I just pulled the dipstick out, because it was going to suck the fluid out, and the sunbuck was full. So after all these years and 3 different transmission pan gaskets, I finally got it to seal, but I lost first gear. Well, it's not the end of the world. Let's keep on keeping on. All right, I went ahead and labeled this so I remember what it is. I'm making some pretty decent progress. Got the drive shaft out, got the exhaust moved out of the way, and got all the torque converter bolts out, got the starter off, and this vehicle is actually a lot more convenient than I figured it would be, because exhaust just fell down. That's great. in comparison to my Camaro, this has an exhaust that goes up around the front of the engine instead of coming up by or behind the transmission. So I actually got to leave the exhaust connected to the manifolds. And I looked in this catalytic converter and I saw something, and I'm kind of fond of it. And it might be the reason that this car gets such good fuel economy. I mean, it gets 18, 19. The reason for that is, I don't know if you can see that bitch empty. It could, yeah, see? Nothing in there except this little tube guy. I'll take it.
Incompetence got the best of me again. That's, oh here, I'll get you in close. That's a Buick Olds Pontiac transmission. And that's a General Motors. I'll let you in on the story of us buying this thing. So we're going down, Dad finds it on Facebook Marketplace, and it's a guy, and seems like he kind of knows what it is and had a decent price. So we go to look at it, or like he messages the guy to go look at it, and he tells him that we're gonna have to pick him up somewhere that was close to his house and give him a ride, because he just sold his vehicle, his only running vehicle. So we did, and it was kind of like giving Cheech Marin a ride. He's like, yeah, man, glad you guys came through on this. I need to pay my power bill, man. It was like that. My dad and I both came to that. Did I say Cheech Marin? That's Tommy Chong. My bad. We came to that conclusion, you know. And so at that point, I had considered that it could be the wrong bell housing, but once we got there and had ridden in the car with this guy for a half hour, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it, because it comes with a stand, and it's got one bolt in the bottom to hold the plastic cover on, and I was missing one, so that kind of made sense. And it was an okay deal, and a core for one of these is worth $100 anyway. So just to help the guy out, I was like, okay, we'll take it. And then yeah, it was the wrong bell housing, which I hoped it would be right, but that's my fault. That's in no way that guy's fault. But the way she goes. So I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do a 4-speed swap. I really don't want to change anything too much, because this transmission did work until I ran out of fluid. So I think it's a rebuildable core, and if I keep this transmission, then the speedometer gear's the same, the cooler lines are the same, dipstick's the same, TV cable's the same, everything's the same, so it'll be a lot less time and a lot less money invested in the swap. So I think I'm gonna look at getting this one rebuilt, then get this thing back on the road.
The garage is a little cluttered. It looks like a freaking wheeling machine now. Actually, if I took that jack stand out and left the other one, that'd be what it'd look like. Or other way around. I don't know. Okay. The tires need replaced. I'm cold. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, keep the wheels spinning and the cougars grinning. I'll see you guys next time.